Monday Night Raw is only 2 hours?
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is Bretto live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? Bretto live back with another video, and today we have the Week in Review, episode 276, where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. Raw was only 2 hours long. What? How was I like the only one that did not know about this? Caught me insanely off guard when I saw the ending of the show, and then it just ended. I was like, what? Oh my god, it's only freaking 9 o'clock where I am, where my time zone is. I was like, bro, what? The show's over? Anyways, we're still going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it Smackdown about halfway through the video. Raw was from St. Louis, Missouri. We opened up the show with an absolute bang. That being Sexy Red would welcome us to Monday Night Raw, and then CM Punk would be the first guy that we see. I was like, oh my god, are they about to revamp Drew and CM Punk again? Not this time. CM Punk kind of just came out. He was a little shook up after his Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, so he was kind of just, he was shaken up, man. You could really tell in his voice. He said he was beat up. He's going to go see his wife. He's going to recuperate. Hopefully he'll be back. He don't know if he'll be back. He don't know if he's done, but he was shaken up after the Cell match, you could tell. Seth Rollins interrupts him. Seth Rollins comes out toward the end of his promo and shoulder checks CM Punk. Definitely foreshadowing a future match between these two. It's definitely going to be going down. I enjoyed Punk's promo. Seth Rollins would cut a promo in the middle of the ring, talking about his future and how he wants to take out and retire CM Punk, and then he also started talking about Bronson Reed. He wants to take out Bronson Reed because after the 6 tsunamis that he delivered to him, Bronson Reed tried to make a name for himself at the expense of Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is not going to stand for it. Seth Rollins wants Bronson Reed, and then Seth Rollins gets interrupted by main event Jey Uso, the Intercontinental Champion. Main event comes out, not in the main event. He's actually in the opening match. He went up against Xavier Woods. This was that Intercontinental Championship match that Kofi Kingston gifted to Woods, because originally Kofi was supposed to be in this match for the title. This was light work for Jey Uso. Jey Uso is running on a whole nother level. He took care of Xavier Woods, an insane reversal super kick. Gave me Shelton Benjamin and Shawn Michael vibes with that springboard super kick counter, and then he delivered a frog splash. Jey Uso picks up the victory, retains his title belt, and he shakes hands with Kofi Kingston, but Xavier Woods is like, nah, I'm not shaking hands with you. But then Braun Breaker, who said he was done with Jey Uso, he's going to move on to bigger and better things, that possibly being Gunther. No, he spears Jey Uso from behind and attacks him from behind again. He didn't even stay true to his word. He said he was going to just stay out of Jey's business, and he said he was going to move on. He congratulated him last week. What is this? And then he would go on to take out the New Day as well on ringside. But I was like, what is Braun Breaker doing? So we're going to see Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso again for the IC title? Bro, I don't think anybody wants to see that. I'll be honest with you. But it was pretty cool to see Jey Uso take out Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods' heel turn continues because he didn't shake hands with Jey. And he didn't want to help Jey while Jey was being taken out by Braun Breaker. Kofi did. Rhea Ripley would have a pretty strong promo backstage saying she ain't done with Liv Morgan. She's coming for blood now. And here goes Monday Night Raw again, showing that PFR logo. It still has me confused. What the heck does PFR mean? I'm kind of leaning more and more away from my original prediction, that being Penta and Rey Fenix. I'm kind of leaning more towards the Viking Raiders, maybe, but I could be wrong on both of these. If you guys have any ideas about this PFR logo, please let me know in the comments. I'm pretty stumped about it. Yep, we're talking about Triple H's tweet. He said, "We are aware of the incident outside of the arena last night between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. The matter will be dealt with internally." So I guess they're kind of treating that Kevin Owens turning heel on Cody Rhodes in the parking lot situation as like an act of, like, I don't know, freaking crime. I don't know, man. They're not really talking about it. Cody Rhodes didn't acknowledge it later in the show. I didn't get a chance to talk about that Kevin Owens heel turn because it happened after I filmed the review for Bad Blood. But yeah, Kevin Owens turned heel, and in my opinion, I feel like they should have done that on live television. It would have had a better effect. But I'm curious to see where WWE is going to go with it. Karrion Kross was talking to The Miz in the locker room, and randomly here appears R-Truth. And I'm like, oh my god, is Miz going to attack him again? And then R-Truth is like, man, I know you didn't mean to hit me last week. I know it was an accident. I'm not in the Judgment Day anymore. And then Miz just gets all frustrated again, and then challenges R-Truth to a match next week. I thought this was actually really funny, because R-Truth, he's like delusional, so he walks in and just thinks Miz did it on accident, but obviously he did not. And Karrion Kross, it looks like Karrion Kross is getting in the head of The Miz. I still don't understand his obsession with The Miz. A good old-fashioned Donnybrook match between Sheamus and P. Dunne. This match had no reason for being this good. It was insane. What'd you guys think of the white noise off the freaking whiskey barrels through 2 tables down below? This moment was absolutely insanity. Sheamus, I thought he broke for broke freaking Pete Dunne's back. This was like absolutely insane. In the end, Sheamus delivers a bro kick while handcuffed with zip ties to beat Pete Dunne and win this match. This was freaking awesome. Of course, Sheamus has to win his own match, the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. This was insane. You guys should have seen Sheamus's back after this match. Absolutely shredded up like raw meat. Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez pulled up to the arena, but they wouldn't stay very long because they got asked some questions by Jackie Redmond, and they didn't answer most of them. The main question Jackie wanted answered was, is Raquel Rodriguez officially in the Judgment Day? And they wouldn't answer it. They just dipped. They left the arena. I was like, bro, really? Answer Jackie Redmond's questions, bro. Why wouldn't you? I found this kind of weird. All Ego Ethan Page makes his presence felt here on Monday Night Raw by approaching Adam Pearce and Ava backstage, the general manager of NXT, the general manager of Raw, and he has a complaint. He's got a problem with CM Punk, and he wants to, do some business here with Adam Pearce. Are they already calling up All Ego to Raw? That's crazy. It was a 10-woman tag team match. Get ready for this. We had Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. Yes, I do realize that's Xia Li, but I'm posing that as Lyra Valkyria, Selena Vega, and Natalya, going up against the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and the PFC, Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Sonya Deville. 10 women. See Lyra Valkyria get a little revenge on Sonya Deville by putting her away and pinning her 1, 2, 3 with a big leg drop off the top rope to win the match for her team. It was pretty cool seeing the faces win here. Pretty good match. In our main event of the show, it was Sami Zayn going one-on-one with Gunther for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And let's be honest here, we all knew Gunther was going to win this match, right? But it was amazing the way that they did it. Sami fought all the way to the end, man. He kicked out at 1 after multiple finishing moves from Gunther. And then Gunther was like, you know what? I'm just going to put him to sleep. So he did. He locked him in his little sleeper hold submission, and Sami Zayn was still fighting. He was still fighting, but it wasn't enough. Sami Zayn passed out. He didn't tap out. He didn't get pinned. He passed out. Wins by pass out. Gunther retains the title, and then Cody Rhodes' music hits. Cody Rhodes, who didn't even mention Kevin Owens at all, even though he got taken out by him in a parking lot, but they're dealing with that matter internally. He confronts Gunther, and then they hold up both of their titles, and then the show ends? Early? It ended 1 hour early. What the heck is going on? It had me so confused. I was like, wait, am I supposed to go elsewhere to finish the show? Where's the third hour? I'm so used to Raw just being 3 hours. It's crazy that it's going to be 2 again, because it used to be 2. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane that this show is 2 hours instead of 3, I guess, until they go to Netflix or something like that. But yeah, this is setting up for the Crown Jewel match that's going to be happening, title versus title, to become Crown Jewel champion or something goofy like that. We'll see what happens with that. But that was Monday Night Raw, WWE action figure setup style, 2-hour show. Caught me off guard, but this show is still pretty good from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm going to give it a solid 6 out of 10. Thought it was a pretty solid show. Favorite match, easily the Donnybrook match. This was insane. My favorite moment was probably in this Donnybrook match. Sheamus doing the white noise off the top of those whiskey barrels through 2 tables. It was absolutely chaos. Smackdown from Greensville, South Carolina. Pretty freaking solid show. We saw some Raw superstars on this show. The return of Jimmy Uso on Smackdown. Pretty solid stuff. Let's run it back. Opening up the show with Mr. No Yeet, Jimmy Uso. Or did he come around? Is he Mr. Yeet Man now? Does he support the Yeet? Anyways, Jimmy Uso is super hyped to be back here on Smackdown. Doesn't necessarily get interrupted by Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns comes out, joins Jimmy Uso in this promo, and they kind of go back and forth talking about, like, okay, does the bloodline need help? Is the bloodline on top? No, because we don't have any championships. It's a tribalist chief, Jimmy says. And Jimmy says, we need help, Uso. I'm the only one acknowledging you right now. We need help. The words of Jimmy Uso. Does Roman think so? I don't know. He might by the end of the show. Pretty awesome promo to open up the show, though. It was a United States Championship match between Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. And this entire match, I just kept thinking, was this supposed to be AJ Styles? Because AJ Styles got injured last week during the match between Carmelo Hayes and himself. And he got injured. I'm like, oh man, was this supposed to be AJ? Either way, though, this was a pretty solid match. We did see Andrade make his presence felt by coming out near the beginning of the match. He kind of just walked out from the barricades and was definitely a distraction for Carmelo Hayes most of this match. Carmelo Hayes could not take his eyes off of Andrade, man. He's obsessed with Andrade. So that allowed for LA Knight to hit a wicked BFT to Carmelo Hayes to retain the U.S. Championship. Nick Aldis would make another match number 7 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, which is going to be happening soon. And the winner of that match gets another United States Championship match. Bro, it's got to be Andrade this time, you would think, since Carmelo just lost. But man, I love Mr. Him, and LA Knight. They nailed it. They knocked it out of the park. This was a great match. Before our Women's Tag Team Championship match got underway, Kevin Owens would interrupt the entrance and he would say, "I'm so sorry, but I got to get this off my chest. I'm pissed off. People are saying I turned on Cody Rhodes. No, Cody Rhodes turned on me." And then Cody Rhodes came out and he wanted to get into it with Kevin Owens. But luckily for security, they were there before things could break down. Randy Orton even came out and was trying to play peacemaker. He was like, "Nah, I'm going to try to, settle things down." So he started backing off Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens elbows Randy Orton in the head, which I don't recommend doing. And then Randy Orton fires back. He delivers a right hand to Kevin Owens, and that left Kevin Owens in shock. Kevin Owens is like, "How dare you? You're like my best friend. Tag team, RKO, right?" No, Randy Orton gets attacked by Kevin Owens in the parking lot later in the show. I was like, oh my God, Kevin Owens is fully gone rogue, dude. He's fully rogue. He took out Cody at Bad Blood. He took out Randy Orton here at SmackDown. Kevin Owens is heel, and I love it. Where does it go from here? Does Kevin Owens target Cody Rhodes, or now does he target Randy Orton? Like, what happens from here? I love this. It's keeping me thinking. This is a really cool story here with Kevin. At first, I was kind of skeptical about it. I'm like, why would they not have Kevin Owens turn heel on live television? Why would they do it in a parking lot at Bad Blood? But it's all starting to make sense to me now. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson got an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. The match was actually not half bad. We had randomly Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, who still smells after the dumpster match from last week. So she got kicked over the announce desk, and then she landed in the lap of Michael Cole, and you could just hear Michael Cole like spitting and coughing in his microphone, because I guess Chelsea Green still smells, which is insane because she got dumped in a dumpster. But either way, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair still retain their Women's Tag Team Championships over Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Pretty decent match, and I feel like the only way that Jade and Bianca lose their tag team titles from here, I mean, yeah, they have to face Damage Control this Monday night on Raw, but I feel like Jade has to turn on Bianca. I really feel like that's the route they're gonna go. How has Tiffany Stratton not had enough yet? I swear, Nia Jax was cutting a promo and basically was talking about the Crown Jewel match when she faces Liv Morgan, so they're starting to build those up, which I think is pretty cool. And then freaking locks Tiffany Stratton in a headlock and says, "Yeah, you won't cash in on me, you're gonna cash in on Liv, right?" It's like, oh my gosh, bro, she was ragdolling Tiffany Stratton. I'm like, what is going on right now? Luckily, Naomi would interrupt this. Naomi would challenge Nia Jax to a match that night, and then we saw Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez all come out, and they were ringside for this match, bro. It was Nia Jax versus Naomi. Now, I was expecting a squash match. I was expecting Nia to absolutely cakewalk Naomi, but it didn't happen. Raquel Rodriguez, Dominic Mysterio, and Liv Morgan were a huge distraction for Nia Jax this entire match, leading to Naomi powerbombing Nia Jax off the top rope, pinning her 1, 2, 3, because Liv Morgan whacked Nia Jax with the briefcase a couple times that they stole from Tiffany Stratton off ringside. Naomi pins the women's champion. Absolutely insane. She did exactly what she said she was going to do. She says, "I could beat you right now, Nia," and she did. Obviously, she had a lot of help from the Judgment Day here, but Judgment Day just wanted to screw Nia. They weren't trying to help Naomi. Solid stuff right here. I really enjoyed seeing Liv, Dom, and Raquel on SmackDown. I thought that was really cool. And to see Naomi pick up the victory, awesome stuff right here, dude. Really awesome stuff. But then after the match, Rhea Ripley's music hits. Another Raw superstar, and she comes out and starts targeting Liv Morgan. Nia got her hands on Liv Morgan, and then Rhea's like, "Nah, that ain't happening." She boots Nia Jax, gets Liv in her own hands, but then Liv escapes. Rhea wants her revenge on Liv. It's not over between her and Rhea. And it was our main event of the show. Jimmy Uso, the older brother of Solo Sikoa. It went one-on-one in the main event. You had all of the bloodline on ringside, and they just kept distracting Jimmy Uso. My God, I can't even explain the amount of times that Jacob Fatu beat up Jimmy Uso while the referee's back was turned. It was insane. It was 4-on-1, basically. Solo Sikoa delivers the spike and beats Jimmy Uso. I was like, are you kidding me? Jimmy Uso's returning match, and he loses in the main event? Are you serious right now? After the match, it's a beatdown. They start beating up on Jimmy Uso. Here comes the Tribal Chief, the OTC, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes down. He tries to even up the odds, but it's still 4-on-2. It's basically 6-on-2 with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is basically 2 men. He's an absolute monster. They take out Roman. They take out Jimmy, and everybody, including myself, is expecting the Intercontinental Champion Jey Uso, right? He doesn't come out. Jey Uso, it's just me, Uso. It says it in his theme song. It's just me, Uso, man. No more bloodline. It's just me, Uso. Jey Uso is not helping the bloodline as of now. I feel like Jimmy wants to recruit Jey, and he wants to bring back the old bloodline to take down this new Timu bloodline. Solid way to end the show. Definitely letting us know that Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso need some help. Ranking SmackDown this week, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. Shout out to Rowdy Ryder Reviews. I saw him in the front row in his sign. Freaking dope stuff. That was awesome. My favorite match on the show had to have been Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy. It's awesome seeing Jimmy Uso back in a wrestling ring. And my favorite moment was Kevin Owens attacking Randy Orton in the parking lot. Who had the better show this week, Raw or SmackDown? Let me know in the comment section down below. Both shows are 2 hours now. That's insane to me. Still, this is Bretto Live, signing out.